Mrs. Dawson, Taehyung, I notice you come here long ago. Why didn't you greet your fiancé yet? Taehyung, stop hearing her. YN frown at look at Mrs. Dawson. YN, his fiancé. Mrs. Dawson, you must be his friend. Didn't he tell you he's engaged with my daughter and a Dawson? Taehyung's heart started thumping in his chest loudly. He's feeling an unknown fear inside him. He doesn't want YN to know about his engagement like this. YN looked at Taehyung with an unreadable expression. It scared him even more. Taehyung doesn't know why he's feeling scared. There's nothing between him and YN, at least not from her side. It's not a big deal that YN got to know that he's engaged, Taehyung thought, but deep down inside his heart Taehyung he feels like she shouldn't know that he's engaged. Sometimes he himself forget that he have a fiancé. Taehyung look up from the ground only to see YN still staring at him. Her gaze is breaking him from inside. Suddenly YN smiled and spoke. YN, congratulations Mr. Kim. Taehyung feel like she just pushed him away by addressing him by Mr. Kim. He understands she's going far. YN turned to Mrs. Dawson. YN, I'm sorry I didn't knew his fiancé is present here, unless I'd never make your soon-to-be son-in-law running behind me to click my photos like this. It's embarrassing. Mrs. Dawson, it's okay dear. YN doesn't talk like this. She never talked this much formally with anyone. She is still smiling, but Taehyung couldn't recognize the smile. The smile has the mixture of sadness and disappointment, and it just scaring Taehyung even more. Is she going far from him? Mrs. Dawson? Taehyung, let's go to Anna. My poor daughter is standing alone. Her words didn't reach till his ear. Taehyung is in his own thoughts, in his own world. His gaze is fixed at YN, who's looking down and playing with her fingers. He badly want to cup her cheeks and make her look up. Why she's looking down? She should always look up. Mrs. Dawson, Taehyung, where are you lost? She shake him and he come back to reality. Taehyung, huh? Mrs. Dawson, let's go and meet in a Taehyung. I'm coming. Mrs. Dawson, come fast. Saying that she left from there, leaving Taehyung and YN alone again after creating a storm between them. Taehyung, Miss Chesney, I wanted to introduce Anna as my fiancé that day, but she, YN, chill, it's okay. I'm not your relative or someone important to you that you have to involve me in your personal life. I'm just a girl who's accidentally carrying your child. The smile is still on her face, but sadness and disappointment is screaming in her voice and eyes. Her words stabbed Taehyung's already wounded heart. YN, I'm going to grab some food. Don't worry, I won't eat anything oily. Saying that, she quickly left the place. Taehyung sign admitting that he's weak for YN and want her to feel like he's the only girl in his life, which actually kinda true. He never get close to any girl like he's with YN, not even Anna. He never opens up with anyone except her. She's important to him, very much important. In these 4 months he doesn't realize when she becomes an very important part of his life, the part which is necessary for him to live. He realized without her he's nothing. He want her next to him in his whole life. YN was staring at the foods. Almost every types of foods are present here, from appetizer to desserts. Everything is beautifully decorated, but YN doesn't feel like eating them. For the first time she doesn't feel appetite seeing so many food in front of her. She grab a glass of juice and slowly take a sip. Someone spotted YN from far and walked towards her slowly. He stand behind her and boo. YN flinch badly and look at the person who scared her from behind. Her face lit up seeing him after months. YN, Kook, Jungkook, long time no see. He pulled her into a warm hug, not knowing YN needed it right now. She closed her eyes and hugged him back. After some times they broke the hug. Jungkook, did you see the arrangements of foods? Isn't it awesome? He said, stuffing some meatballs in his mouth. Jungkook, why are you standing? Come on, dig in. YN, nope, those are looking boring. Jungkook widened his eyes hearing her. Jungkook, what did you say? Look at the varieties of foods here. How can you call them boring? Are you YN Chesney? YN, do you have any doubt? Jungkook, the YN Chesney I know is a foodie girl. She'd never call foods boring. YN, don't you dare to call me foodie. You're foodie who eat everything, even grass. Jungkook, don't start again. YN, or else. YN, or else what? Jungkook, or else I will tore your favorite teddy Fuzzy Wuzzy. YN, don't bring my Fuzzy Wuzzy in between if you don't want me to pull your hair and make you bald. Mrs. Dawson, so when are you guys getting married? Taehyung, Anna, Mom, why are you in so hurry? Mrs. Dawson, hurry? I'm not in hurry. You guys are engaged for 10 months. Are you planning to marry in next life? Taehyung's eyes are roaming around. He's looking for YN. She doesn't know anyone here. Who knows what she's doing alone? He's feeling tensed. Jimin, are you guys enjoying? Jimin come and asked with a smile. Mrs. Dawson, of course we're enjoying. You throw a wonderful party, Jimin. Thank you, Mrs. Dawson. Taehyung, Park, how long you'll stay here? Jimin, but I just come now. Taehyung, you should check on other guests also, especially in the food corner. Make sure people are fine there. Jimin look at Taehyung, raising his one eyebrow. Jimin, you're weird. After continuously arguing with each other for 10 minutes straight, YRN and Jungkook become tired. YRN grab an ice cream and Jungkook take the cocktail glass. He took a sip and look at YN. Jungkook, you're looking weak. Is it because of pregnancy? YN, nope, I've some kind of heart disease. Jungkook stop and stare at YRN for some times, then he said, Jungkook, don't worry, you'll be fine. YN, I hope so. Just then, Jimin come and spotted YN. Jimin, oh, that's why he was so desperate to send me here. He shake his head and walk towards YRN and Jungkook. Mrs. Dawson started introducing Taehyung to everyone as her soon-to-be son-in-law. She literally announced it. Now everyone is gathered around them to congratulate them. Taehyung was finding a way to escape from here, but he got stuck here badly. It's been 1 hour he doesn't saw YRN. Who knows how's she? He's feeling worried. Taehyung somehow excused himself from Anna and her mother and walked to the dining area, but YRN is not here. Taehyung looked for YRN in the whole party venue but couldn't find a glimpse of her. Taehyung, damn, now where's she? He take his phone out from his pocket and call YRN. After few rings, she received the call. YN, hey, Taehyung, where are you? YN, at home. Taehyung, home? You go back home alone without even informing me. YN, I didn't come alone. I wasn't feeling well. Jungkook, drop me home. Taehyung, Jungkook, you mean Jiyeon? YN, yes. Taehyung, why didn't you tell me before going? YN, I wanted to, but you were busy with your fiancé. Taehyung, that's not an excuse, Miss Chesney. You should at least call me, and now you're all alone at home. YN, I'm used to leave alone and have to leave alone in future also, so it's not a big deal. She cut the call saying that. She said the last sentence angrily. Taehyung look at his phone screen and sign. He walk out from the party venue. He need to go back home as soon as possible. The whole apartment is silent. Taehyung peeked inside YN's room and saw she's sleeping. He slowly walk inside and sit on the floor next to her bed. He kept staring at her for some times and then slowly pecked her forehead. Taehyung, I feel empty without you, he whispered, brushing her hairs with his fingers. The next morning, YRN come out from her room while making a bun in her messy hair. She saw Taehyung is sitting on the couch, crossing his legs. He look at YRN, feeling her presence. Taehyung, Miss Chesney, I have something to talk with you. YN, give me a minute, I need to pee. Saying that, she went inside the bathroom. After, sometimes she come out and sit next to Taehyung on the couch. Taehyung, last night, you shouldn't come home alone without informing me. Do you have any idea how worried I was? YN, I didn't come alone. I come with Jungkook. Taehyung, didn't you think that I would be worried? YN, I don't know. Till last night I thought I know you, but then I realized we're still strangers. YRN look at Taehyung and widen her eyes. She gasped loudly. YN, you're sitting on my fuzzy wuzzy. She get up and pulled the teddy from under Taehyung's butt. YN, oh my baby, are you hurt? Did he fart on you? Taehyung, I'm sorry. YN, you should be. You hurt my poor fuzzy wuzzy. Taehyung, no, I'm sorry for not telling you about Anna. YRN stop and look at Taehyung. She smiled at him and said, YN, you don't have to feel sorry for this. You don't have any relation or connection that you have to tell me about everything in your life. Saying that, she walked inside her room with fuzzy wuzzy. Taehyung looked at her way and mumbled, Taehyung, I don't care that we have any relation or not, but I feel connected to you, 'cause I saw home in your eyes and I found love in your smile. 2 months later, YRN is 6.5 months pregnant and she's getting weaker day by day. She lost a lot weight in just 2 months. Her bones become clearly visible. She becomes skinny, and for this her baby bump look bigger. She struggle a lot with her big baby bump. She got dark circles under her eyes. Her condition is killing Taehyung from inside. He badly wants to take all her sickness, all her pain away and pour all the happiness and comfort in her feet. But her sickness couldn't change her shiny eyes. It couldn't affect her bright smile. Her smile, her eyes are still the same. YN, you Jeon fucking kook, how dare you to cheat? Jungkook, I win. YN, you cheated. Jungkook, cheating in game is an art, not everyone can do it. YN, shut up you shameless, first you cheated and now you're feeling proud of it. She throw the controller on him, they're playing video game. Y or N is sitting on the couch and Jungkook is on the floor. Taehyung is sitting next to Y or N, crossing his arms, feeling annoyed and ignored. After Y or N got to know that Taehyung is engaged, she started distancing herself from him. She isn't that much talkative and free with him like before. And here, this Jeon Jungkook often come to here and play video games with Y or N. He come here almost every weekend. It annoys and irritates Taehyung a lot. Y or N always enjoys Jungkook's company and ignore Taehyung. He hate it. He want Y or N to be free with him like before. He want her to call him Thanos again. He want her to show rights on him. Taehyung, I won't cheat if you play a game with me, he said, gaining both of their attention. YN, you'll play. Taehyung nodded. Jungkook handed him the controller. Taehyung, take a deep breath. The man who never hold a game controller before is ready to play. The game started and it took Y or N 30 seconds to defeat him. Taehyung, that was just a warm-up match. Let's start the real one now. YN give him a weird look and start the game again. She defeat Taehyung 5 times back to back. Y or N throw the controller on the couch. Taehyung is feeling embarrassed. Y or N, it's boring to play with you. I'm tired now. Taehyung, take some rest. YN nodded and walked to her room. Now Jungkook is alone with his scary boss. Jungkook, I should leave now. Taehyung, wait, teach me how to play these games. Y or N stand in front of the mirror and scrunch her nose. She feel like she become invisible, only her big tummy is visible. She gasps, seeing dark circles under her eyes. YN, oh no, I'm looking like Panda. Dark eyes, big belly. She lift her t-shirt revealing her big tummy. Just then the baby kicked, making Y or N giggle. YN, look, you turn your mommy into a panda. Suddenly Y or N heard a noise. She looked at the direction and saw Taehyung is standing on the door. His mouth is wide open and gaze is fixed on her tummy. Y or N quickly pulled her t-shirt down. YN, pervert, don't you know how to knock? Taehyung closed his mouth and gulp. He looked at the other side and spoke. Taehyung, I come here to give you your medicine. He placed the medicines on the table and quickly left from there. When Y or N was sleeping at night, Taehyung seek inside her room. While he did it every night without her knowing. Y or N is getting weaker day by day, which scared Taehyung. Worried him, thinking, what if she gets sick at night and couldn't call him? What if she needs something? What if her stomach started hurting? Those negative thoughts hunt him at night, so every night he stayed at YN's room fully awake, and before she wakes up he left. Taehyung sit on the floor and stare at her face. He decided to take leave from office. He will stay at home with Y or N till she give birth safely. Right now, he's working on a big project with Anna and 3 other companies. Their work is almost done, and after finishing the project, he will take a long leave from office, giving Jimin all the responsibilities. Taehyung's gaze fall on YN's baby bump. Suddenly, he feel like touching it. He never get the chance to feel the baby, and after seeing YN's bare baby bump in the evening, Taehyung wanted to touch it. He badly wants to feel the baby. He knows it will be very bad to touch YN's stomach without her permission, but he can't help it right now. Taehyung take a deep breath and slowly placed his trembling hand on YN's baby bump. He feel 1,000 volts electric shock and quickly remove his hand. The baby just kicked as soon as her father touched her mother's tummy. He placed his hand on his chest and feel his crazy heartbeat. Taehyung, sorry baby, dad won't touch your mommy without her permission. YN scoff and turned to the other side. She mumbled in half sleep. YN, baby, Thanos, stop dancing in late night, let mama sleep. Taehyung let out a low chuckle, looking down. Taehyung is sitting on the couch with a frown. Irritation is clear in his face, and the reason is Jeon Jungkook. He's sitting next to him on the couch and munching a carrot loudly, making an irritating noise. After sometimes Y or N come out all dressed up. YN, how am I looking? Jungkook, why did you wear white dress? I told you to wear a carrot colored dress. YN, this dress have carrot print on it. See? Jungkook, oh yeah, I just noticed it right now. YN, let's go, we're getting late. Taehyung, where are you going? YN, we're going to watch a movie. Taehyung, I will go along. Jungkook, you can't, I've only 2 tickets. Taehyung, why did you brought 2 tickets only? Jungkook, I just got them with so many struggles. Taehyung, I will brought another for myself. Jungkook, but all the tickets are sold out. YN, you can't buy everything with money. Taehyung, in this case I can. Taehyung smirk and take out his phone. Did you just buy the whole movie theater? Both Jungkook and Yn exclaimed with wide open mouth and eyes. They're standing in front of the movie theater which Taehyung just brought. Taehyung, watch whatever movie you like, grab some popcorn and drink, it's on me. He winked at them and walked inside. Yn and Jungkook look at each other before following him. Taehyung bring Yn to the hospital for ultrasonography. Today's test is very important. The doctor will check the baby's position, the baby's organs like he got his legs, hands eyes properly or not. It will also reveal the gender of the baby. Monica take Yn inside and Taehyung was waiting outside. After few minutes Monica come out and spoke. Monica, Yn is calling you inside. Taehyung, me. Monica, yes. Don't you want to hear your baby's heartbeat? Taehyung, I do. Monica, then go. Taehyung gulp and stand up from his seat. His palms started sweating. Taehyung nervously walk inside. Yn saw Taehyung and give him a bright smile. She's laying on the bed and her baby bump is bare. Taehyung move his gaze toYn's face. She called him near her. He walked towards her and stand in front of her head. The doctor put a gel inYn's stomach, then placed the transducer in her baby bump and started moving it. A sound of slow heartbeat echoes around the quiet place. Taehyung and Yn hold each other's hand tightly. They look at the screen and saw a small figure moving inside it. Yn, the baby, she whispered with a smile. Taehyung felt lots of emotions inside him at one time. Doctor, the baby is absolutely fine. Her position is okay but the water is not enough. Miss Chesney, you have to drink more water. And oh, it's a baby girl. Taehyung and Yn look at each other with a smile. Taehyung pecked her forehead. Taehyung, open the car door for Yn and make her sit there comfortably. He then walked to the other side and sit on the driving seat. Taehyung, here, drink some water. Doctor told you to drink a lot of water. Taehyung, give the water bottle to Yn. She gulped down the water and looked at him with narrow eyes. Yn, you owe me a cotton candy. You again kiss me without my permission. Taehyung chuckled looking down. Yn doesn't have any idea how much forehead kisses he stole from her at night. Taehyung, we're not going home now. We're going for shopping. I've to buy lots of things for our daughter. Nowadays Taehyung become extremely busy. He could barely make time. The project they were working for 5 years is almost over. His company collaborates with 4 other companies to make a cruise ship. The making of the ship is over and now they need to check it each and every part and facilities. They have to recheck again and again if the ship is safe and ready for sailing. So much work. Taehyung come home very late and sometimes he couldn't make it and had to stay in office. Monica and Mrs. Smith is staying with Yn all the time. Taehyung sit on his car and lean his back tiredly. He look at his wristwatch. It's 1 am. His phone is dead. He couldn't contact with Yn since evening. Taehyung rub his eyes and start the car. When Taehyung come home he saw all the lights are on. Yn usually didn't stay awake till this hour. He walk inside and was Monica is talking with someone in a phone call walking here and there. She's looking tensed. His heart skip a beat seeing Yn crying sitting on the couch. Mrs. Smith is consoling her. Taehyung run to her and cupped her face. Taehyung, what happened?Yn's lips curved down seeing him. She sobbed loudly and said, Yn, where were you? I was calling you since evening. Taehyung, what happened? Tell me. Yn, the baby isn't moving since last night. Our neighbor come to see me after dinner and she suggests me to go to the hospital as soon as possible. She said she's afraid our baby maybe died inside.